What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and welcome back to One Mind Syndicate. Today we will be talking about Warhammer 40k, but more importantly, we're going to be talking about the gaming/hobby aspect of this game that we all know, love, and enjoy. So when it comes to Warhammer 40k, I first got into it way back in middle school, where we didn't really know what exactly the hobby entailed. For the most part, I just saw the store at my local mall as just, I don't know, it just seemed like a very niche type of store. Like, I didn't really give it more than one glance. Like, I'd look at it, I'd see people inside, and there were miniatures. That's all I could, that's all I knew about it. And then one day, Gershwin and I were walking, and the guy came out and said, "Hey, are you guys interested in learning about Warhammer?" And we were just like, sure. So we came in, and he showed us a game of Space Wolves versus Orcs, I believe. And he showed us the models, and he's like, well, if you guys want to learn more how to play, that he could show us a game and whatnot. So he was very friendly, and he was just trying to introduce us into the game. Flash forward like 20 years, and here we are now. So with COVID, not many stores are open, and not just that, but not many people are willing to go out and about and brave this Nurgle infestation. So what GW has decided to do is two things. One, they made a new site for their Warhammer stores. Now I'm going to be putting the link to that down in the description, so you guys can go ahead and just play around with the website, learn a few things, and see what exactly the Warhammer store has to offer. Now, those stores that are still open through this whole Nurgle COVID thing, they have a little bit of interesting things to kind of bring in more new people into the hobby. Now, when you talk about bringing people into the hobby, it's not just having people buy the models and the paints and that's it. The hobby is very demanding of you, I guess you can say. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort and patience to actually enjoy Warhammer 40k in all of its various facets. You've got painting, modeling, lore, gameplay. There's a lot that you have to do to get really into the game. Now, obviously, if you just want to be a painter or a modeler, you can completely ignore the gaming side. Or if you just want to buy your army off of like eBay or some other site already done up and just focus on the gameplay, that's another thing too. But before all of that, you have to be introduced to 40k. Now for us, it was all thanks to that one employee that decided to step out of the store and try to bring in a few kids to just show them around. And look where that got him, where we've been playing and buying 40k stuff for years. So, with that being said, the way the Warhammer community have decided to kind of switch up their tactics is through making a new website and through freebies. Yes, I know, free Warhammer in the same sentence? That can't be. Warhammer 40k is known to be a little bit on the greedy side. For years, prices have just been going up and up and up. The staggering amount of monetary value that you have to basically shell out to play 40k and keep playing edition after edition is astronomical. With other games, board games, etc., you basically just pay to buy the game and then you can play it as many times as you want. But with this, new models come out, like I said earlier, new editions come out. It demands money, especially with the Warhammer 40k app. I don't even want to talk about that. That was such, and it still is, not a good investment in my opinion. Paying like what, $4 or $5 a month for a service that you can get for free with other publishers. I think that's, yeah, Battlescribe is what I'm trying to say. It's just very, I don't know. It's like you got to buy the codex, you got to get the subscription, and it's like you got to jump through a bunch of loops and hurdles to actually get, your army ready and whatnot for the app. So that's just a headache in and of itself. But now GW has decided to entice players by offering free options. One of those such options is with a free model. So they're saying every month you get one new model that you get as long as you go to the store. So that's pretty cool. Now this model will change, and I think it's not going to be like a Titanic model or like a named character. From the looks of it, at least for this month, it is a Daughters of Cain model from the Age of Sigmar line, which again, it's Age of Sigmar, it's not 40k, but still, it's a free model. Who's going to turn that down? Even if you don't play Age of Sigmar, even if you don't play the Daughters of Cain, it's still a model that you could experiment with. Kit bash, you can try your hand at painting if you were never good at painting. You can do a lot with it. You could use it as terrain or whatnot. So it's not just a waste of time. That free model could be your in to the whole hobby side of 40k. And speaking of painting and whatnot, there's also an offer that you choose 10 paints and you get one of them for free. So yeah, you are paying for 9 bottles of paint, but you do get one free. So usually paint runs about $4 or $5 roughly. So you're paying about $40 and you're getting, $5 off by getting your paint. Which it's a good start, definitely. Now tabletop ready miniatures are at least 3 colors. You always want to go with like a base, a wash, and then your 3 colors. So that already in itself is 5 colors. Plus another 5 to supplement. So like you're going to need gold for trimming, you're going to need black, you're going to need bolt gun metal. So those are all key pots of paint that you're going to be looking for with this offer. It's not the best, but hey, if you are planning to jump into this and paint your own army, this is a way of kind of saving money, but also still supporting GW. And lastly, they're going to be giving out a collectible coin. So every month you're going to get a coin that refers to probably one of the factions within Age of Sigmar and 40k. They haven't really explained what exactly this means or what it can be used for, but if you're a collector, and I mean it's cool, I don't really care much about that. I'm more interested in the free models, because again, if they do start shelling out like HQs or anything of the sort, then yeah, it's definitely worth it to drive on over to your Warhammer 40k store and at least pick up some freebies. So all in all, it's not bad, considering that they don't have to do any of this for us. They could have just been the greedy, money-loving company that is GW that we've known from the past. But ever since about a few years ago, where GW began being more, I guess, personable with the whole Warhammer community webpage coming out, they're being more, like I said, more personal. They're expanding, they're talking to the community, they're getting more people interested, they're doing partnerships with like Monopoly, Marvel, that kind of thing. So I think they're heading in a good direction, or at least in a direction that's more apparent and encompassing for the wider audience, which in a way it's good and bad, because if you like your grim, dark, gritty Warhammer from the past, it's still there, but it's not going to be in your face. Like the lore of the Demon Kulaba still exists. However, you're going to be seeing Warhammer adventures to bring kids into the hobby. So again, it's a give and take, because the more people you bring into the hobby, the more money GW is going to be making, which means more kits that are going to be coming out and more things to expect with this hobby. But it comes at an expense. Is it worth it? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But for me, it seems like it's going in a direction that we can all enjoy. And with that being said, that's all I got for today's video. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you prefer the old school 40k or the new school 40k? Will these new models that you're going to be getting and coins going to make you, drive out there, or are you still going to stay home and protect yourself from Nurgle? Let me know down below. And as always, guys, I've been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Peace.